Hi Year 5, I hope you're all well. Thanks for joining me today. This chapter is called I Want My Daddy and it's chapter 28 of Cosmic. Let's start. When we left the Kew quarters the next day, the dads were all waiting by the transporter, ready to say their last goodbyes. Monsieur Martinet, Samson Wan and Eddie Xanadu with 2 security guards, one on each side of him. They chatted to their boys, rubbed their hair and punched them in the shoulder. Samson once shouted to me, "To look after my boy now." I had one last crazy, hopeful thought that my dad might show up with the others, but he didn't. At least I had Alan to talk to. Dr. Drax gave us each a lighter-than-air ice lolly shaped like a dandelion. A last-minute treat, she smiled. When Infinity Park opens, we're going to sell these all over the world. Aren't they just delicious? Oh, by the way, I have to ask you all to hand in your new Drax phones, just to protect the secrecy of the mission. The first thing I did when I got onto the flight deck was shuffle Dad's St. Christopher out of my pip and wedge it into the instrument panel. The whole rocket was throbbing, so St. Christopher looked as though he was doing some kind of mad dance. The other thing that I found in there was the little credit card stress tester. As I picked it up, it changed from blue to pink and a message appeared. Just one word, stressed. The infinite possibility was 200 feet high. At the top, you could feel it swaying in the wind, and you could hear the wind rolling in and out of the pipes and engines, sobbing and sighing, and generally sounding miserable. As the responsible adult, I had to do all the last-minute checks. All the way through, Samson 2 kept spouting space facts. I suppose it was his way of coping. "Do you know," he said, "that exposure to weightlessness makes you grow? Because there's less pressure on your spinal column? It relaxes, and that makes you taller." Just what I need, I thought. A few more inches. I said, "We could have a see how you grow chart, just to see if it's true, a kind of experiment." I made them all line up so I could mark their heights on the back of the safety door, just to take their minds off things. Max suddenly said, "I'm not frightened. When the going gets tough, the tough get going." Also, only the strong survive, and I am strong. "Yes, but I'm not strong," said Hassan. "Does that mean I won't survive? Where's my daddy? I want my daddy." Florida said, "Your daddy's probably in jail by now," which didn't help. The stress tester had changed from pink to scarlet. The message read, "See doctor immediately." I said, "We're all worried about takeoff. Let's stop thinking about it. Let's think about inflating our escape suits. In fact, let's do it." It hadn't just been the electric Ribena. I was right. It was distractingly funny. The kids all sat in their places. I made sure they were strapped in, made sure the suits were on properly, made sure they were all remembered where the inflation buttons were. Then I got into my own place and shouted, 3, 2, 1. The suits began to hiss and grow, and we all swelled up like giggling tangerines again. The suits expanded into every corner of the module, with just our heads sticking out. Then the countdown started. 20, 19, 18. "I need a wee," said Hassan. "Then do one. You've got your special suit on, don't forget." "Alan Shepard wet himself just before Freedom 7 took off," said Florida. No one else heard her say this because there was a sound like mountains snoring. Everything shook like the worst earthquake film you've ever seen. Our stomachs dropped to the floor. The rest of ourselves dropped to the floor, and suddenly it felt like there was a giant invisible dad. But he was furious and he was crushing us between the palms of his hands, and we could do nothing because our arms wouldn't move. We couldn't shout because our faces wouldn't work. And I remember thinking, if this is what it takes to get us up there, what is it going to take to get us down again? And that's it. That was a really quick chapter. The next chapter is called The Moon, You Idiot. So I can't wait to listen along to that with you all. I hope you enjoyed that chapter. I hope you're having a good week so far. Take care, guys. Hope to see you soon. Bye.